Let me emphasize this one more time. Detective Mercator never loses, and your Vexus is just grasping at straws. Nonsense. I doubt you've even read the original The Labyrinth game comic. You're probably just some newbie who hopped on after the animation started airing, watched a couple episodes, and now you're here pretending you know everything. We're fighting for our own idols here, so back off. I don't want any collateral damage. Take it easy. It looks like we've got a newcomer who hasn't fallen down the rabbit hole yet. So, are you interested in participating in the Labyrinth game OnlyCon? Come experience the battle of wits between Detective Mercator and Vigilante Vexus. Our favorite comic, a masterpiece of tactical brilliance that influenced Planarcadia. If you're interested, you absolutely have to check it out. The animation adaptation is airing right now, and I guarantee you'll fall in love with Vexus once you watch it. Nah, fall for our queen of mind games, Mercator. She's destined to win. Destined to win? Oh please, don't forget, Mercator is just some kid who looked like a normal elementary school student, but Vexus can literally curse people to death. All she needs is someone's face and name. What's wrong with being normal? That psycho killer Vexus doesn't even know Mercator's real name. That's her winning hand. I will not let you call her a psycho killer. Please address her properly as Vexus, the righteous punisher of evil, the enchanting beauty, and the vigilante of justice. She only walked the path of carnage because she couldn't stand the corruption of the city. Her sacrifice deserves to be remembered by all. Who's supposed to remember all those titles? Mercator only needs one. Detective. Now that is the true path of justice. Forget it, there's no point arguing with you. If only Chersky hadn't passed away so suddenly and had lived long enough to finish the ending. Someone with her sense of justice would have definitely had Detective Mercator bring Vexus to justice. Nonsense. As if Master Chair would ever write such a hollow and boring ending. You clearly missed all the foreshadowing in the original. Vexus will definitely get away with it and have the last laugh. A mere first grader who's only 4 feet tall. Is that an insult to Mercator's height? Her wisdom is just condensed into an adorably child-sized body. An insult? No, just stating facts. Last time you mouthed off and insulted our idol, you nearly got into a street brawl with the Ashen Detective, the head of our Mercator fan club. If that talking monkey hadn't stepped in to break it up, you'd probably be visiting this convention on a stretcher today. Bringing this up again? I can't be bothered to argue with you. You Mercator fans are such killjoys. Just a friendly reminder to watch your mouth. Looks like these two aren't going to start a fight. How boring. But the Ashen Detective and the Talking Monkey. Could it be that Duomension on his luck detective? He sure has a wide range of hobbies. A comic that never even got a proper ending, and it still has fans arguing this hard. Pretty impressive, honestly. Too bad I've never read it myself. I better stay out of this and get out of here. Fantasy Gamer 93, long time no see. Madam Shui. You seem still as energetic as ever. I heard you are traveling in Planarcadia. I I have a small favor to ask of you. Speak your mind, your honor. Have you perchance heard of the Labyrinth game? I am very interested in this comic. Hunting down criminals and enemies suits me better than the author's debut work Walkstar. I hope you can buy some fan comics for me to fulfill my regrets. Do not worry, leave it to me. Looking forward to seeing the new fan works. Thank you. Hey, this is the Labyrinth game OnlyCon. Why'd you show up cosplaying the Fluffy? Oh well, we niche fandom folks should be broad-minded anyway. And with the Labyrinth game animation blowing up right now, we'll become mainstream in no time. Of course. While it's a shame that Chersky passed away before finishing the ending, but it left us with infinite possibilities for fan creations. Everything you see here is God tier. Feel free to check them out. In the 5th year of hunting down Vexus, Mercator finally brought her in. No shouting, no struggle, Vexus simply accepted her fate. But for the rest of her life, Mercator never dared to stop chasing down evil. Perhaps because she could never forget those melancholy eyes Vexus had when she took the M-sized prison uniform from Mercator's hands, just before she was locked away. Great taste. Thanks for your business. While I can't exactly encourage you wearing cosplay from other franchises to the Labyrinth game OnlyCon, I gotta admit, your baseball raccoon cosplay is spot on. You look just like the real thing. Speaking of which, there's an insanely accurate Mercator cosplayer here today. Everyone's been tining up to take pictures. I'm planning to head over and check it out later. Your cosplay is so good, you should learn from others and go to the conventions you're actually supposed to attend. Don't do this again next time. Can't be bothered explaining to this guy. Speaking of which, Shui would probably be interested in this so-called spot-on cosplayer, right? I should take some photos for her before I head out. The fan comics here all seem pretty interesting. Maybe I should take another look around. This is a fan comic set in a parallel universe. On the cover, both Mercator and Vexus are wearing Shinjo-style outfits. Wherefore, why dost thou not smite me? Dost thou spare my life merely to vaunt thy mercy? Thy sword doth merit but the steel, and not forgiveness. Yet should I slay thee with this very hand. Wherein shall I be different from thy malice? You honestly have no idea what these two classical-styled characters are saying. But isn't this kind of how Shui talks too? She might actually like this? Never mind. The author's interpretation of Xianzhou style in Planarcadia always feels a bit off. This is a beautifully printed fan comic with excellent artwork. On the cover, both Mercator and Vexus are drawn extra adorably. Miss Vexus, may I pinch your chubby little cheeks? You may not, Miss Mercator. You are a detective, and I'm a murderer. People like us shouldn't. Ah, don't suddenly pinch my chubby little cheeks like that. Sorry, I just can't help myself. Your chubby little cheeks are just too adorable. Even though you never read the Labyrinth game, you are absolutely certain that whoever made this fan comic hasn't either. Looks like every fandom gets plagued by these weird fan works from people who never touched the source material. And it'd be even worse if this fan comic sells well. This is seems to be some kind of fan comic. The cover reads, Transcending Modern Ethics with Vexes.it is about 700 pages, without a single illustration. Vexus's actions represent a complete negation and re-evocation of the other in the context of modern ethics. Through sovereign charm work interfering with the existential order, she attempts to reforge the transcendental structure of norms upon the void of the law. In other words, Vexus is not merely a murderer, but rather one who questions legitimacy itself through the form of violence. This action is precisely a parodic destruction of deontology and a mimetic interpretation of value reevaluation. She believes she's striving for justice, yet in truth she has fallen into an infinite recursion of signifiers pointing to signifiers, reducing justice to a mere self-referential game of mirrors. You have no idea what this fan comic is about, but you do know that no matter how many people Vexus killed in the story, she very clearly missed one. Oh my gosh, what an adorable little grade school detective. It is like seeing Mercator in the flesh. Is this really cosplay? How does she even look exactly like Mercator? But look at that chair with eyes next to her. It looks exactly like Chersky's comic self-portrait. Please stop crowding around us. Wait. Baseball raccoon? Hey, you're Baseball Raccoon, aren't you? Since you're also a comic character, you should understand my situation. Please help me get out of here. Whatever. Just find a way to get me out of here first. It's just a small crowd. If you can distract them, you can make a run for it. You decide to. You pull a handful of common currencies from different worlds out of your coin purse and scatter them into the crowd. It's just loose change, but the effect is exactly as you expected. People rush forward in a frenzy, scrambling to grab the money. After all, even if the pie that falls from the sky is only worth a single penny, no one can resist bending down to grab it. Ah, passion always gets its butt kicked by reality. Nice work, Miss Chair. Now's our chance. Leg it. The crowd scatters instantly, giving you the chance to escape the scene with your two strange new friends. We should be safe here now. Thank you. Oh, come on, you really don't get it? I'm not a cosplayer, just like you're not cosplaying Baseball Raccoon. Get it now. Baseball Raccoon is a character based on you. Risk looks like our situations are completely different. But at this point, I'm really at my wit's end, so I might as well be straight with you. I'm not pretending to be Mercator. I am the Mercator from the Labyrinth game. As for me, I come from the notes from the author on the inside cover of each volume of the Labyrinth game. The little self-portrait that Chairsky drew of herself is me, Miss Chair. To put it more bluntly, we are aberrations, unauthorized imaginee who transformed without the Department of Aberration Defense's approval. But hey, this wasn't our doing. The Labyrinth game hasn't been updated for over a decade. I suppose it's because during the Phantasman games, when wish power fills the world, that led to our unexpected creation. Plus, the Labyrinth game recently got an animation adaptation, which brought this work back into the spotlight among readers. Our old work's gone viral, but now Miss Chair and I have become aberrations hunted down by the Department of Aberration Defense. What a pain in the neck. Don't be so down. Look, Chairsky drew us with eyes and legs back then. How awesome is that? If she hadn't died, this story would have had a perfect ending. That's probably what the fans were thinking when they created us, too. What a shame. All 4 of my limbs are legs, so I got no hands to learn how to draw. But you can run so fast. When the Department of Aberration Defense was chasing us, you just scooped me up and ran. Hey. I hope you are here to hunt down the bad guys, not running away like me. I did consider turning myself in, since my life principle has always been never break the law. But I can't do that right now, and as for the reason, I think you've already guessed it. That's right, just like with Miss Chair. Vexus, the ruthless vigilante who kills without batting an eye, has also arrived in this world. Vexus, a child born into a family of security officers, was once my best partner, until she walked down the path of carnage. Once she sees someone's face and speaks their name, they die exactly as she predestined. With this supernatural power, she kiled her way from criminals to colleagues, from the heinously evil to anyone who stood in her path, until finally, she turned her blade on the innocent. To stop her, stepped onto the board right before the comic's ending and set a trap. If she tried to curse me to death, she'd be caught immediately. But alas, the story froze at that moment, and the criminal escaped to this place. As Detective M, who knows her best, I must first stop her from committing more crimes, then turn myself in. Because I was born. Justice never exists independently. Detectives are born only to eliminate evil. Those murder-killing cards aren't just convention merch, they're being posted everywhere else, too. So listen up, and I'm not being dramatic here. Vexus has entered reality, and with her blood-stained lips and hands, She will bring violent and absolute death to this city of elation. If I report this now, I'll get arrested over my identity due to lack of evidence. The best course of action is to find Vexus first. Do you have any reliable detective contacts in Planarcadia? Oh yes, absolutely. And it is our old friend, the Ashen detective. You nod with satisfaction. This head of the Mercator fan club will definitely be happy to help. Informants are the lifeblood of a detective. You can contact him over there and I won't pry. Let's give Ashvela a call right here. Can you confirm that, Mercator? Stop watching that animation, you've got a client calling. Hello, this is the Ashen Detective Agency. Am busy right now and very unhappy to be of service. Don't question my answers. LT's all in my head. Come on, the thrill of chasing crime gets my blood pumping. At your service, ever since I met you, come the hardest working detective in all of Planarcadia. Alright, what kind of trouble did you get into this time? You told Ashvale about what just happened. By the laughter, Mercator appeared as an aberration in Planarcadia, and she said Vexus was there too? If anyone else told me this, I'd think they were messing with me. But since it's coming from you, she isn't exactly a saint either, probably just messing with you as well. No, she's different. I believe in her. Vexus has appeared in this world. Sounds serious, but don't worry. If it SM herself, she'll definitely prevail. Just like her catchphrase says, you can curse everything, but you can never curse justice. Too bad I can't make it in person, but I'll introduce you to my best informant. It's not that I don't want to go, I just can't. Mercator is my favorite detective. In criminal investigation, you must avoid letting emotions cloud your judgment, so I need to avoid getting too close on a personal level. Lazy detective retorted with such an excuse. Besides, isn't that what everyone says? Don't touch your idols. A little gold always rubs off. The lazy detective tries to get away with it by spouting wise quotes. Narrator, send the informant's location to Fantasy Gamer 93's phone. Remember, the passphrase is, "It's going to rain today." Before hanging up the phone, the detective cast a profound gaze out the window, where a storm was brewing. Looks like you've got the lead. Well then, let's get moving. Streets, alleyways, shadowed corners. In an instant, your mind floods with scenes from spy thrillers, all hidden currents and covert tension. And now you are about to become one of them. Let's find a way to meet the informant first. What was that passphrase Ashvale mentioned earlier? S-phrase. Need the protection of the law's umbrella? I am Rainmaker Umbral. Am sure Ashvale has already shown you my strength. Whoa, what a handsome umbrella-head gentleman. Shoo, keep it down. Everyone needs a little side hustle, you know? So, you must be Miss Mercator that Ashvale mentioned. Being an aberration must come with many inconveniences. Perhaps you'd like me to help you file a lawsuit against the Department of Aberration Defense for imaginary identity registration. No need that I know I'm not welcome in this world, and I won't stay here for too long. But before I leave, there are matters I need to resolve. Her name is Vexus, and just like me, she's an aberration born from a comic. She's a bloodthirsty killer, extremely dangerous, and we need to find her. Huh? You're not messing with me, are you? This is clearly Peruna, the head of the Duomension City branch of the telecom carrier Arcadia Telecom. A comic character? I don't read comics, so I might be wrong. But this picture looks exactly like Peruna. I might be wrong about this. Peruna is quite a good leader, and her subordinates can't stop praising her. Plus, she's happily married, has adopted a child, and both her career and family life are smooth sailing. She really doesn't seem like someone who would be a serial killer. Besides, she's been the head of Duomension City's Arcadia Telecom branch for several years now. There's no way she could be an aberration who manifested at the same time as Miss Mercator. Understand. Rationally speaking, Miss Peruna shouldn't have anything to do with this. But I must verify her identity in person, because my detective's intuition is sounding the alarm. If she really is Vexus, then she now has access to almost everyone's personal information in Duomension City, and she can curse without any obstacles. In other words, Planarcadia has become even more dangerous. That's private information, I really can't share that. But I do know she often visits this restaurant called Walk and Roll in Yum Yum Alley. She goes there 3 or 4 times a week. It's dinner time now. Why don't you try your luck at the Walk and Roll? You might just run into her there. I'll remember that Placel that was Chair's favorite restaurant when she was alive. That's where she came up with Walkstar, her debut work. Looks like she might not be completely uninvolved in this. Thank you very much, Mr. Umbral. We'll head to Walk and Roll right away. Hopefully we can find Miss Peruna there. Let me remind you, the law rests on the presumption of innocence. Be careful not to let your desire to solve cases take over and push you across boundaries that shouldn't be crossed. Mr. Umbral, detective misdriven by justice alone. Over 48 complaints this month. By the laughter, we can't even get 50 orders in a month. But, chef, we still have regulars coming in every day. Miss Peruna is my old friend. I won't count this against her. You should reflect on your own issues. But as the head chef, shouldn't you be doing some self-reflection too? You bought this place before it closed down. Don't tell me you're planning to run it into the ground again? This is where Walkstar was born. Of course I can't bear to see it go under. But this is a new era now. Who still wants plain home cooking with ordinary taste, ordinary decor, and ordinary atmosphere? The Phantasman Games is in full swing. We could be riding the wave. Would it really hurt to release some special dishes? Stop fooling around and think carefully about the purpose of your work. Do you want customers to come to our restaurant to savor your culinary skills, or just to chase after some fleeting social trends? The power of cooking lies in emotions, in life itself. We are here to comfort ordinary diners who are busy just getting through their days, using the simplest of dishes. Have you forgotten that? Head chef, no matter how moving your words are, it won't change the fact that business is terrible. Alright, you guys go prep the ingredients. No wonder Chersky created Walkstar. This head chef is just like the protagonist from her comic. Huh? And you all are? Peruna? Oh, wait. Just a second. Is Miss Peruna here right now? Perfect. We'd like to ask her a few questions. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. I'll call her for you. She's really here. Run, Piri, run. A figure climbed out of the window and stumbled off. She ran away. Mercator. She must really be Vexus. If you want to catch up to her, you will have to first get past my blade. Leave the cook to me. Hurry and go after Vexus.
Welcome. Come on in and take a look at our menu.
Forget it. Just get on me. Quickly. You gingerly sit down on Miss Chair, as if ascending a royal throne. Relax, sit tight and hold on. Super Chair Mode. Activate. Blast, there's too many people ahead. I can't fly through. I'll take a detour around, you go ahead. You successfully catch up to Chair and stop Peruna. To avoid causing a commotion, you lead Peruna to a quieter roadside, running away the moment you see us. You must be Vexus. It's been 15 years. Why are you showing up now? Just when I finally managed to live like a normal person. Can't I just be a normal person? "15 years ago, during the previous Phantasman games, Planarcadia was brimming with wish power. At that time, the Labyrinth game was about to end, and the comic was dominating the popularity charts. That's when I was born as an aberration. People love me for cutting down the injustices in the world, but truth is, I'm not a bloodthirsty person by nature. If I could, I would have chosen to live like a normal person long ago. Because I was just so tired. The sins in that world were piled so high you couldn't see any hope through them. That's why I'm so glad I came here. Planarcadia doesn't have nearly as much evil, and I can finally live a normal life without worry. Isn't that just something from the comic? In the real world, I've never harmed anyone. I haven't even harmed a single Wispay. Please believe me, all those crimes I committed were nothing but fictional stories. By the laughter. That's just viral marketing to hype up the animation adaptation. Don't take it seriously. I've laid it all out for you, so you should understand by now, right? Sorry, I don't understand. Which part don't you understand? Every single part. Since I was born, I've been trying every possible way to finish that comic that will never have a chance to be completed. Even in an unfamiliar place, Mercator still tries her hardest to catch you. And you, with your superpowers, are telling me that you want to give it all up and be a normal person? Superpowers? In this mundane life, there are too many frustrations where you try your hardest but get nowhere. My marriage is dead in the water. My adopted kid's a disappointment. What am I supposed to do? Should I curse both my son, who keeps failing his exams, and his useless father to death? In the comic, I was always scheming and plotting my every move, yet I lived in constant fear. But now, even though I have to put in all my effort just to get through ordinary daily life, I feel steady and at peace. Those who seek the ordinary and those who seek the extraordinary will never truly understand each other. You can keep chasing after that thrilling, heroic destiny from the comic, but Vexus is dead. Please, let her go from your hearts. Cut the act, Vexus. Don't let her fool you. Want a peaceful, normal life? Fine. Crimes in the comic don't count? Sure thing. But are you really that pure and innocent in the real world? Have you never given in to your murderous desires and committed crimes? Of course I did not. Then why does the date of Chersky's death perfectly match the day you came into existence? It was her. She killed Miss Chersky. The so-called death by illness was simply the result of her death curse. After becoming an aberration, you must have found out somehow that Chersky intended to write an ending where you failed and were captured. To stop her, you took her life. You even found out about all that? You really are. Why are you so obsessed? Why won't you just let me go? Because there was no ending. That you got the chance to go after Chersky, who created you. She loved comics so much, cared about all of you so much, and she was so talented. Sorry. For both her and me, that was the only way. I get it now. To make up for this mistake, I will give everything I have to fulfill Chersky's final wish. To draw an ending for this unfinished comic. You feel a wave of dizziness. When your vision clears, all that remains is an ordinary chair that can no longer speak. You look at the chair, but the chair can no longer look back at you. It seems Miss Chair truly gave it her all. A chair that can no longer jet around, and one that is even a bit uncomfortable to sit on. This is definitely not going to spark any fountains of inspiration. Ashvale? Why is he calling me all of a sudden? How about that? Wasn't Mercator's deduction absolutely brilliant? Following you? Haha. Don't underestimate the intelligence network of the Ashen detective. By the way, did you know? Detective Mercator's greatest ability is her ability to retain every single detail inside her head and analyze them inside her mind gallery. I put myself through some intense training just to be like her, and I finally mastered this skill. Pretty impressive, right? You're right. Detective Mercator always manages to solve the mystery and uncover the truth at the most critical moments using her signature mind gallery technique. Let me teach it to you right now. I'm sure it'll come in handy later. What would Mercator say at a time like this? Oh, I remember now. Ahem. Tension. Since Miss Chair says she wants to complete the ending, there's a high chance the place they're going to is related to the author Chersky herself. That's where things get real interesting. Based on Mercator's deductions, Vexus likely harbored intense hatred toward the creator who intended to give her a sad ending. This would establish a compelling motive for murder. As much as she won't admit it, Mercator made a grave error here. She conflated Vexus from the story with Peruna from outside the story. Remember that conversation you overheard at Walk and Roll? No wonder Chersky created Walkstar. This head chef is just like the protagonist from her comic. She's really here. Run, Piri, run. If you want to catch up to her, you'll have to first get past my blade sob. Miss Chair also mentioned that this head chef is just like a character straight out of the comic, and she seems to be close to Vexus too. This is where things obviously get contradictory. Based on Mercator's deductions, Vexus and the writer Chersky were sworn enemies who could not coexist in the same world. But at Walk and Roll, a place that is deeply connected to Chersky, and especially to her comic, is Vexus, who now goes by the name Peruna. A frequent guest, she is also a good friend of the owner. Ah, impressive. But we need proof of the pudding here, and a detective's pipe needs tobacco to spark the flames of truth. About what really happened back then, I think you still need more information. This is Chersky's studio from when she was alive. More strictly speaking, it's a recreation of her studio based on my memory and deduction. After Miss Chersky's sister announced the news of her passing, I did some research. After all, she was one of my favorite comic artists. The comic ended right there, back then. With M closing in on her, Vexus issues her final murder notice, declaring that she will kill someone truly innocent. Mercator and security officers stage an ambush in M's name, ready to arrest Vexus the moment she moves to cast a death curse on her. Mercator decided on this move because she was certain she had never revealed her real name to Vexus. That must be why. She's so convinced she'll win. As you flip through the manuscript, you notice that the final pages are heavily marked with revisions and corrections. Mercator, justice never dies. You shall never. Vexus, what even counts as justice? That's right. The scene was littered with discarded drafts and loads of margin notes exploring various endings. That was exactly the kind of artist Chersky was. Talented, diligent, and meticulous down to the last hair. To think that a genius like her was born only to leave behind fragments of her work is truly frustrating. A room with no obvious signs of struggle, with art supplies and draft papers scattered everywhere. It was in a space like this that Chersky created the Labyrinth game, a series still beloved by fans to this day. We now bring you this piece of news. Confirmed, prodigy comic artist Chersky passed away. Chersky, creator of the Labyrinth game and Walkstar, was confirmed dead this morning after emergency treatment for a sudden illness failed. A large crowd of fans has gathered on the streets, coming together to mourn Miss Chersky. At the memorial site, tensions flared when overzealous fans caused a disturbance. Reports indicate the dispute revolved, surprisingly, around the ending of the Labyrinth game. Chersky's older sister confirmed that the artist had repeatedly received threatening letters concerning this very issue. Such disruptive behavior by extreme fans has continued unabated to this day. What are you talking about? You must have heard wrong. Mr. N was actually about to get into a fight over a banana. It's only right that we all stand against toxic fan behavior. Who knows, maybe Chersky struggled to finish the ending because of all that pressure. Despite repeated attempts, the mysterious Sister was never heard from again. After that, Chersky was gone from the public eye, and no proper funeral was ever held. Anyway, let's go through what we know so far. That's the most puzzling part of this case. Following Chersky's death, her fans hastily put together a memorial on their own. The exact cause of death and any funeral arrangements that were made were never reported in the media. And why was that? A brilliant comic artist, struggling under immense pressure to complete the ending, suddenly passes away. Her mysterious sister announces the death, and nothing has been heard since. And we now think Vexus might first be that mysterious sister. I see. So Chersky isn't actually dead. That would explain quite a few things. If Chersky isn't dead, where is she now? The comic artist and her villainous creation weren't adversaries. They were accomplices. I take it you already have some ideas. Yes. Through all of this, one person stands out for their truly strange behavior. It's like they knew everything. Miss Peruna is an old friend of mine. She's really here. Run, Piri, run. If you want to catch up to her, you'll have to first get past my blade sob. At first, we thought the head chef was the inspiration for Chersky's walk star, but now it appears that. She might be Chersky herself who faked her death. Head chef. No, I should call you Miss Chersky, the prodigy comic artist. So, the head chef is really Chersky. What a revelation. You knew the truth all along, didn't you? You realized Mercator would go off on a wild goose chase with her deductions. But as her fan, you couldn't bring yourself to point out her mistakes. That's why you refused to help us directly. Am I right? Fine. Deduction time is over. Now it's time for you to go confront Miss Chersky herself. That's it. Goodbye. So let's have a chat. Miss Chersky. I've long known this day would come, and yet now that it's here, I can't help but feel, the grand finale has arrived. Did my best, but I'm afraid I couldn't give the story a perfect ending. That Miss Chair, she's my self-portrait, isn't she? In a way, she's also an idealized version of myself. Maybe it's not such a bad thing to let her bring this story to a close. Creating comics was the most beautiful time of my life. I loved giving life to my characters through my drawings. But fans have all sorts of expectations, and characters have all sorts of destinies, too. I had to carry all that pressure to find the perfect ending. But I'm just an ordinary person who loves drawing silly little comics. Everyone calls me a genius, but Vexus is the only one who truly gets me. She stepped out of the comic and told me to stop when I felt exhausted. Forget about everyone else's expectations, she said. Those millions of readers can wait. From now on, that weak version of you is dead. And after killing that version of myself, the self that was weighed down by so many expectations, I actually felt true freedom. I know you're in a hurry, but you can catch your breath here first. How about I make you something to eat? Why can't I simply draw comics and cook as I please? Why must Slash'll face public opinion, the obsessive fans, and the constant pressure to complete the ending? Please. I'm just a coward who can't face this comic that's causing me so much pain anymore. Right. I promised Peruna I'd give her a brand new life. This might be the only thing I can do for her now. As for Chair and Mercator, I created them, and they were once my most beautiful memories. It's true that I haven't been able to let go of them for even a single day. Oh well, I've had 15 years of peace up till now after all. Come with me. I think Chair will take them to where I used to draw. I can show you the way. Please come with me. Oh, don't forget to bring this chair along. Vexus, my best of partners, remember the time we parted ways? Why aren't you saying anything? All right, let me refresh your memory. You may not remember the name Radek, but you likely remember his crimes. He kidnapped his rival's daughter and murdered her in cold blood. We had been on the case an entire year, but he was protected at every turn, and the girl's death was eventually ruled an accident. Back then, you asked me what justice really meant, and I had no answer for you. If your version of justice can't provide tit-for-tat punishment, then this so-called justice that's always delayed and doomed to be absent cannot be the right answer. So your answer is to commit brutal murders in the name of justice? Brutal? Death by vigilante justice is still way too merciful compared to what he committed. Even now, you still won't admit you're the vigilante? Enough. That's where the original ending stops. That's not enough. Vexus, even if this person did deserve what they got, what about all those innocent lives you took after that? Please, just look at me. I'm the innocent one. I just want a normal life, Detective Mercator, so please just leave me alone. Hey, come on. That's not how your character should act or speak. Ahem, moving on. Innocent. You say? Then what about the deceased Chersky? Vexus, it's time for you to face justice. Hold on a second. Vexus did not kill Chersky. I say that because I am your creator, the comic artist Chersky. As you can see, I'm still alive. You're still alive? You look really worn out. I'm sorry. You must have used up so much wish power trying to fill in that ending never drew. You don't need to apologize. I don't know why you chose to fake your death, but from the bottom of my heart, your art is truly, truly amazing. Miss Chersky, I'm sorry. I never wanted to pull you back into more drama surrounding this comic. No, this all started because of me. I should be the one apologizing, Piri. I've been running from this for far too long. What's going on here? Mercator, in the real world, Vexus has never committed any crimes, nor will she ever commit any. You no longer have to wear yourself out chasing her. You're free now, ready to embrace a brand new life like we did. A new life? What life is that? Am I supposed to live an ordinary life just like her? But I'm Detective Mercator, the great detective who never stops hunting evil. Ha ha ha. So what you're saying is, all the chasing I've been doing has been for absolutely nothing. Sorry, I need some time alone right now. I understand how she feels. It is just as how I was born with an obsession to finish the comic. For Mercator, hunting Vexus has been her whole life. I've been feeling a little lost myself, but now that I know Chersky is still alive, it feels like I have something new to look forward to. Unfortunately, that isn't true for Mercator yet. Please do me a favor and console her in my stead. She's just a little overwhelmed after learning all these. Thank you for bringing me the truth. I've spent my whole life pursuing justice, only to be crushed by a truth that's far from just. Don't you think I'm absurd? Yeah. Those clear-cut, black and white truths about justice are probably easier for people to accept. From the very moment I was born in the comic, I've been chasing criminals, punishing evil, and bringing justice to the world non-stop. Like I said before, you can curse everything, but you can never curse justice. I also believe that failure has no place in Detective Mercator's pipe. This is what I was born for, and these are the words that have kept me going all this time. Do you know how much despair I felt when I realized I was nothing but a comic character? But I still pulled myself together because I believed that this world needed me, that it really needed me to save it by arresting Vexus. But now everything is gone. My dreams, my purpose, the justice I fought for. They're all gone. An endless pursuit like this is just too agonizing to bear. Thanks for talking to me. I'm starting to see things a little more clearly now. Everything I've been chasing, it's all just a made-up story. But so what? Given it my all to get to this point, so even if it's just a story, I demand an ending from destiny. Miss Chersky, since you're still alive, please finish drawing our final showdown. I need this if I am to fully accept the new journey ahead of me. You want me to draw the ending? But it's been so long. Actually, I would type that too. I've always thought Chersky to be really amazing, and since I'm her self-portrait, I make sure to keep my back straight and my eyes wide open every day. It's the only way I can do our genius comic artist justice. Even though I hadn't met you yet back then, your writing was so gentle and full of happiness. I already could feel your love for me. So I won't force you to draw this ending. Because someone who loves comics as much as you do must have their reasons for not doing so. So this is what you call the harsh realities of the ordinary people, huh? To be honest, this is far from ordinary. When you have the time, come to the kitchen and try your hand at cooking. I assure you that you'll get a good taste of day-to-day living then. Actually, I already came up with an ending 15 years ago. Really? It was the ending I had in my outline, but as I drew, I couldn't convince myself that it was an ending everyone would love, and the perfect conclusion among countless possibilities. Nah, anything you draw would be absolutely perfect. Don't put me on a pedestal like that, Miss Chair. Comic artists have to make a living too, you know? So of course, I had to take the editor's opinions, the publisher's views, and my readers' likes and dislikes into account. But once you start thinking about all that, perfection goes right out the window. Are you worried about me? Have you actually forgotten that I'm Vexus just because you've been calling me Piri for 15 years? As a vigilante who punishes evil, I've long been ready to face judgment. This may be hard for me to accept, but if bringing me to justice is what Mercator considers a life she's willing to give everything up for, then we're not so different after all, because I feel the same way about living an ordinary life. Remember what you wrote in your notes from the author? You said, "A first-rate idea in your head is worth less than a third-rate one on paper." Don't tell me you don't actually believe in any of that. Stop worrying about the pressure and responsibility. Remember, you don't have to shoulder it all by yourself. After all, the ones who played this thrilling game to its spectacular finale were actually Vexus and I in the comic. Let's put an end to all of this. We'll see if she lives like a hero, and if I die like a villain. Back then, Mercator enlisted the Security Bureau's help in M's name and set a trap at the site of their final confrontation. Had Vexus tried to use the name Mercator to kill her, she would have been immediately exposed and arrested. Mercator reunited with her former best of partners, Vexus, determined to succeed and feeling extremely confident since she had never revealed her true name. In the murder case of Milos, the pen left at the scene was your favorite brand, and after his confidant Frady was cursed to death, I also saw someone who looked remarkably like you in the archive room surveillance footage. And Chairman Taka, a suspected crime boss, died the very day after you were forced to release him without charges. Even now, you still won't admit you're the vigilante? You've certainly done your homework, M. So it's true. You already knew who I was. Not only do I know who you are, I also know that a high-ranking official has just been killed by a curse, and that all the security officers who were lying in wait have now been reassigned to VIP protection duty. Mercator, just as justice is always betrayed by power, you have now, once again, been grossly let down by this world full of rot and filth. Mercator's heart was pounding like a drum. Realizing she was completely on her own now, she slipped her hand into her pocket and quietly pressed the record button. So, do you really have to kill someone? Since there's so much rot and filth in this world, we should excise it all with death. We were once the best of partners. Surely you understand me, and you'll be willing to help me, right? So be my best partner again, and together, we will create a new world of absolute justice. No. Whatever the reason, justice built on murder can never be true justice. Give it up, Vexus. Even if I'm the only one left, I will arrest you no matter what. Well, I guess this means goodbye, then. McDonough. D, did you know? How did I know that Mercator isn't your true name, you ask? Because I never wanted to kill anyone. The day I cursed Roddick to death, I was so terrified, I put a curse on myself. Vexus, whose hands were covered in blood, was slain by the righteous Mercator. Then, I just waited for death to take me, but nothing happened. That's when it finally dawned on me. Mercator, my best of partners, had never revealed her true name to me. The day you saw me checking the surveillance footage from the archive room, I uncovered the name Frady, as well as yours, McDonough. But Elle never wanted to curse you to death because we used to be the best partners, and I was the one who taught you to always carry a voice recorder on you. And unfortunately, it's that very habit that forces me to bid you farewell today. I die, this world will once again be filled with people tainted by rot and filth. So rest in peace, McDonough. Are you saying that I had already failed years ago? No, you haven't failed, Mercator. I would never let you fail. Mercator, I will carry your wishes with me and build a new, absolutely just world. There pure justice shall prevail. Ha ha ha, what's with that? This is a pretty good ending. Why didn't you draw it 15 years ago? Mercator laughs and vanishes before your eyes. Over. So, this is how it ends, huh? 15 years ago, anti-hero characters like these were really popular. At the time, when I was still weak and immature, I found myself drawn to decisive and ruthless characters like Vexus. It's just the obsession that's faded away. That's all. Really admire her, being able to burn with such complete passion for one purpose. She must really admire you too, given how you're able to let go of those grandiose obsessions and simply live fully in the present. What do you admire her for? She pursued the extraordinary life and got what she wanted. Alright folks, I have to head home and help my kid with his homework. By the laughter, I hope I can keep my cool. As for Mercator's fate in the comic, it's all in your hands now. Go live out your ordinary days. And thank you for your help. Without you, I might still be running away from everything. See you, my friend. Then, come with me. A comic artist always needs a chair that can zoom around fast. Huh? What's with that weird scenario of being used? Sometime later. It all happened in a flash. Chairsky, cornered by over 20 media outlets and a dozen publishers, jumped onto her jet-powered chair and made a break for it, and nobody could catch up to her, except for one Furbo. And so, that very chair ended up taking her place for the Furbo's exclusive interview. It's just a part-time gig. Want to check out the new work by Chairsky, the artist who famously came back to life? The Mercator Files is now flying off the shelves at a store near you. I never expected Miss Chairsky to go back to drawing comic again, and I definitely didn't expect her to reunite with Mercator in this way. Long time no see, my friend. I've officially received legal recognition from the Department of Aberration Defense. So from now on, you can call me by my real name, Vexus. As it turns out, while Miss Chairsky might be a great cook, she isn't so great at running a business. Walk and Roll eventually went under, and she had to return to her old profession. But if you ask me, she was simply looking for an excuse. Back then, Miss Chairsky chose to feign her death because she couldn't handle the pressure that came with being a famous comic artist. But this time, she doesn't have to shoulder all that pressure by herself. Look at the cover of the Mercator Files. It says story by Miss Chair, art by Chairsky. Having Miss Chair take all the heat while you sit back and quietly draw behind the scenes. How sly of you, Miss Chairsky. She won't. That chair zips around so quickly. There's no way she will be able to shake it off her tail, even if she tried. Hopefully this time, whether they're chasing the extraordinary or embracing the ordinary, everyone gets what they wish for. Have fun hanging around here. I have to go buy some workbooks for my little rascal at home. See you around. Fantasy Gamer 93. Have you read the fan comic I sent last time? I've seen it. Please, forget about it quickly. Among them was a pirated copy of the Labyrinth game that closely resembled the original. All style and no substance. How dare they append such a poor imitation, arbitrarily depicting Mercator's defeat. Breaks my heart. Do you like Mercator? No, I just thought that. A true masterpiece should never end. That was drawn by Chersky. She doesn't understand the Labyrinth game.
Thanks for watching. If you had fun, subscribe to join the adventure, like the video, share video at social medias. And if you want to go the extra mile, join as a member to support the journey and unlock exclusive perks. See ya at the next adventure.